Hey guys, it's Eliark, and we're back on the Magi Vale server for episode 2. And today we're going to work on some Botania, because something Big did is he turned off passive flower decay. So, what we're going to work on today is we're going to get some day blooms set up, because if I'm going to build an island floating in air, one of the things I'm going to need is the Rod of the Lands, otherwise known by quite a few as the Dirty Stick. So, to do that, I need to check my Lexica Botania. And there's my achievement. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. And we need generating, nope, not yet. Not mana manipulation. We need. Oh, sorry about that. Frog in my throat. That's what we need right there. Petal Apothecary. First things first, look up the recipe. It is a petal of any color, 4 cobble, and 2 cobble slabs. And if I look in here, I have plenty of flowers. I know I'm going to need a couple of pure daisies, so we'll do those. And I don't think I plan on using green flowers for anything at the moment, so we'll use those as our thing. Get 4 cobble. I should have some cobble slabs right there. So there's that, and bam, Petal Apothecary. Let me grab, I know I've got some, one of my buckets. And I believe, I did it. It's nighttime. Let me sleep off tonight real quick, guys. Alright, and let's see, we're going to need some seeds, so here's me, always prepared. Not at all. Need to harvest some of the wheat to get some seeds. And we do not have agrocraft in this pack, so, everything just kind of grows at its own pace, which is perfectly fine by me. Because while agrocraft is all fine and dandy, it removes the ability to not utilize the mod if you don't want to. And that's annoying in my opinion. So I will put the Petal Apothecary. Let's see, where do I want to put all this? Let's grab some water. And we'll clear this little patch of land over here. Kill both of those. Kill that, and okay, cool. And we'll just clear all this area. Of course, it didn't clear any of the area I wanted it to. That's par for the course, though. Alright, so I'm going to put the Petal Apothecary right there. Dump some water, go ahead and get some extra. And like I said, I'm going to want 2 pure daisies. Easiest way to make a pure daisy, well, the only way to make a pure daisy, 4 pure white petals, mystical white petals, in the Petal Apothecary, seed, pure daisy. No. Put some water in there, go ahead and get a little more in my bucket, and I'm going to want 2 of these, so do that again. No. I'm going to want the Rod of the Seas too, just because, easier water than a bucket. Put that in the backpack, And we'll get the pure daisies down because I'm going to need to put some stone around these and some trees, and luckily we just happen to have some trees right here that I can chop down, because we're going to need some living wood, we're going to need some living rock, you know, all the things that you always need for Botania. But the benefit of having passive decay turned off is the fact that I can actually utilize day blooms for just passive power generation. Passive mana makes things simpler. I don't have to sit there and babysit the mana gen. It'll just do it on its own. And while I could, set up a more intricate system, again, I don't want to have to sit here and babysit it. So by doing it this way, I don't have to. So we'll just get those going. Go ahead and cut down the rest of this tree. And I am going to get some living rock and some living wood put together. Get a mana pool built. And we're going to go from there and see what all we can get done. Get some day blooms built. I'll bring y'all back for that. But I'm going to cut right here just so we can get really rolling with the Botania. Alright, so I'll be back as soon as we've got a little progress made, and we'll be back in a minute. Alright guys, we're back, and I've got a little bit of preparation done. Got together what I needed for the day blooms, which are the basic, pretty much the first mana generation flower that you get into. Day blooms, you have specific ways to set them up, but they're a petal apothecary recipe, and it's 2 yellow petals, an orange petal, and a light blue petal. So best way to do that is you get the flowers. You've got yellow, light blue, and orange, and just double up the yellow to however many light blue or orange you're going to put in. And we're going to want a wand of the forest, which is going to be 3 living wood twigs and 2 mana petals of any color, your choice. And I've got a couple of mana pools set up for us and ready to go. We're going to need our seeds. And I'm going to need at least 6 living wood, 1 gold, and 1 petal of any color. And that's what you need to set up the mana spreader itself. What the mana spreader does is it takes the mana from the flowers after it's been generated and shoots it into the mana pool. So let's get some of this built real quick. To make the wand of the forest, just set it up in that crafting recipe, and there you go. And then to make the mana spreader, that's set up with that. And I'll show you how to set all of this up here in a moment. Let's go ahead and get everything we're going to need to get going with the get my water bucket. Let's get the day blooms going. So we need 2 of those, 1 of those, 1 of those, 1 of them. Alright, that's 1 day bloom. I'm just going to stand on this. It'll be quicker. 2 of those, 1 of those, 1 of those, 1 of them. Put the water in, grab another bucket. 2 of those, 1 of those, 1 of those, 1 of them. And you just kind of repeat this process over and over and over again until you get the amount of flowers that you want of the type. And like I said, normally I wouldn't make this many day blooms, but with passive flower decay turned off, I can actually just kind of leave these alone for a while we're running around doing other stuff, maybe putting together a little build here and there, or helping Chris out, or Big and Mrs. Raxter, or helping Nev do something, and it'll just make things a little easier in the long run that way. And let's see, we've only got enough for, I think, 3 more. Alright, just a couple more to go. And I think in a newer version of Botania, there's a way of kind of automating this, but I'm not really worried about it. It doesn't take too terribly long, and it'll get set up quick enough. Alright, so what you need to do to set these up properly is you have to space them one apart from each other. Just like that. They have to have one block in between them. If you put them together, see the little burst down there on the bottom? That means they're fighting against each other. They're not as efficient that way. So what you want to do is kind of set them up in a crisscross pattern like that. Then you're going to want to set down your mana spreader somewhere. Normally right here is just fine. And then you're going to want to put a mana pool down. And what you want to do is you just want to let this build up enough mana that you can essentially just, for some reason they're not reading the mana spreader. Let's try placing it down again. Huh. Alright. I guess I gotta bind it to them in general. I've never had it do this to me, where you have to literally go through and tie each day bloom to the mana spreader before. Huh. Well, today I learned. Must be something new that Vasky's done. And don't get me wrong, I love Botania. I love the mod. I love the way things have gone with it for the most part. There are just a few things that I'm not entirely pleased with that Vasky has decided to do. But it's not my mod pack, or it's not my mod, so I can't make the decisions there. So, Alright, and we're done with that for now. And you'll notice that I just hit a check right there. I wanted to do that so that I could turn the diluted mana pool into a regular mana pool. Now I can set the regular mana pool down and double check to make sure that this is set to it. And now I can actually start doing stuff with the mana that builds up in this pool. Oh god, I am so sorry about that. For some reason I was dumb and left my anti-stupid I need to go to bed soon alarm. Because, I do have a day job, so... But yeah, this is just, it charges off the power of day. I think I need to uncover these guys. I'm not sure if they actually need to be uncovered, but that's not that big a deal. They're not covered up anymore. So that is how you get mana going. And now that I've got some mana in there, I'll just build up another regular mana pool, and that's something I can keep off to the side for additional mana. And I went ahead and I created a good chunk of living wood and living rock, and you just leave your pure daisy set up somewhere. This is not the permanent home of Botania. Not by any stretch of the imagination. Like I said, I've still got the plan to build that floating island over there. I just need some mana generation because the primary mana source that I plan on using, while a little bit slower and not completely perfect anymore, is the hydrangeas. I'm going to use the hydrangeas since they're a passive flower. I don't have to sit there and babysit it. It'll just keep on making me mana. And I'm just going to make the towers of, water that very similar to what Sid has in Regrowth, and just use that to produce my mana for now. And yes, there are other various ways of making mana: Interpiniums, Endoflames, Narslimus, Gormarillus, all these other things, the Kekimuras, which are viable options. Those are things that I could do. But at the early stage like this, Dayblooms and Hydrangeas are the better way to go. So, now that I've got all of that made, I kind of need to wait for some more of the crops over here to finish growing because I'm running low on seeds. But what I can do is we can take a quick little cut here, see total record time length, and just take a look at some of the other various things that we might have to work on, because another reason I want to get into Botania a little bit is having armor and tools that don't have a durability, essentially. If I can set myself up with a full set of Mana Steel tools and armor, I'll be happy with that. As long as I can keep the mana tablet full, that's all I need. For now, anyway. But let me check my recording time, and we'll see where we stand after that, and we'll figure out where we're going. So give me just a minute, and we'll be right back. Alright guys, we're back. I double checked our recording time, and we're only about 17-ish minutes in, so I got a little bit more time to kill with y'all. So what I went ahead and did is I went ahead and got together all the things we need to go ahead and get some hydrangeas going. Now okay, yeah. So I actually need to get the last little bit of stuff I need to make another, what is it called? Another mana spreader. Because the one that I have is not going to be enough to reach all of them. So I need just, a couple random petals and a piece of gold, and the rest of the stuff should be outside over here, and I have everything else I need in my inventory. So let's go ahead and we'll get this made real quick. And if you hear the random talking in the background, that would be my wife getting excited about sugarcane. But, like I said, let's get this rolling. Alright, to make a hydrangea, you need, yeah, I wish I could pause that, but, you need 1 pink petal, 2 regular cyan petals, a cyan mana petal, a blue petal, and a blue mana petal. Now, to get the mana petals, all you have to do is, come over here and take some out and dump them into your mana pool. I've already done that just to save us time, so let's go ahead and get these made. I've got enough of everything, and I had enough mana to get it set up for, I think, 6? Yeah, 6 total. So, let's see, it's 2 of those, 1 of those, 1 of those, 1 of those, 1 of those, and 1 of them. And there's my first hydrangea. Alright, and we're just going to keep rolling like that. Get these knocked out real quick. And it doesn't matter what order you put everything in, it just kind of puts it where it's supposed to go anyway. As long as you follow the pattern itself, or, well, not follow the pattern, but as long as you put in the ingredients, it'll just kind of take care of itself. Forgot that. Seeds just have to be at the end. You can't put the seeds in the beginning and it work. It's got to be at the end. Alright, so there's our hydrangeas. The way hydrangeas work, I'm going to need a building block. Put that in the middle. And I'm going to try it this way and put the mana spreader down first. That way I can grab that, point it at that. Yeah, it should do. Alright. The way hydrangeas work is they eat literally whatever water source block is directly next to them. So, the best configuration that, I've seen is making a 3x3 of water and putting them in the corners. And what they'll do is they'll slowly slurp up the water around them. Yeah, see, these are already attached to the appropriate one, but they'll slurp up the water around them and start feeding that mana to any nearby mana spreader that they bind with. And then that mana spreader will push it over here. And what I'll do is I'll get another one of these set up, probably over here on this side of the Daeblooms. And I'll just have 3 sets of passive mana gen going, just pointing at this little mana pool, just to keep me going for a good long while. Now, what else I can do is I need to look at not mana generation. I need to look at natural apparatus. Because something I'm going to need to do to get the Rod of the Lands is called a runic something or other. Hang on, let me actually find what I need. And Chris, I believe, wants one of these and a half a mana pool, so that's what? White mana, yellow mana, orange mana, brown mana, 1 regular white, and a Rune of Spring. Rune of Spring is it's not too bad. But what I'm looking for is really, where is it? That's odd. Oh, there it is. Runic Altar. Which, Mana Diamond or Mana Pearl, if I had to utilize one or the other, it's going to have to be Diamond because I don't have any pearls. Ender Pearls are in short supply for me right now, so just go ahead and sleep for big real quick. Grab 1 of my diamonds, not 2, just 1. And we'll see if we've got the mana to go ahead and get this done. If we do, cool. Deal with this creeper real quick. Now we do have mob griefing turned off, but that's just because we're a bunch of builders on this server and we like our builds to stay intact. So why are we going to set it up where they can be destroyed? Alright. That little check mark right there means I can toss that in there, and I've got a mana diamond. And if I remember the rest of the recipe, it's 5 of these. And I'm just going to dump the extra hydrangeas I've got for now right there. And I can take this and this, do it like that, and bam, I've got a runic matrix. Set that up right there. And I'll need to make another mana spreader real quick. So I'm going to need these. Because the way the runic altar works is it's fed mana off of a nearby mana pool. Well, the only way to do that is to siphon this mana from the pool through a spreader into the runic altar. So I need to make one more spreader and put it right there by that pool. And like I said, this is not great mana generation for now. This is all the passive flowers, so they're the weakest. But they're also the only option I have at the moment for the resources that I have. So we will get this done, and I need to go ahead and grab, we'll grab a stack. I need to take some wood out there to convert. I'm running low on living wood. I'm out. So, to actually show you how the pure daisies work, you just surround them in a 3x3 pattern, like so. And the little white particle effects means it's working, and they'll slowly start to convert themselves over into living wood. So if I put this right here and get my wand of the forest out, you can see it's full of mana already, and it's targeting the runic altar. You see how the runic altar is highlighted when I hover over it? Just like that mana pool is highlighted when I hover over this. So this is how we're going to get our mana going for now, guys. And I'm literally doing this just for a Rod of the Lands at the moment. Now I do need to find an Enderman and fight one. I have to kill one. I need a mana pearl because it's the only way to make a mana tablet. Unfortunately, you can't use mana diamonds that I've seen. I don't believe you can anyway, so let me double check that actually. Oh no, you can use mana diamonds, so I can go ahead and make a mana tablet. And the way the Rod of the Lands works is it'll take mana out of the mana tablet and it'll convert it over, and I can produce a dirt block out of nothing. Just right click and there's a dirt block. Hence the nickname it got of the dirty stick. But I'm just going to do a little bit more infrastructure work. I'm going to get the extra setup over here for the other set of hydrangeas. And I'm just going to let these go for a while and just, see how much mana I can collect doing that. So, with that, guys, I'm going to go ahead and let y'all go, and I hope y'all have a good day, and this is Eliark. Have a good one.